Top 8 African presidents who succeeded their fathers. Welcome to another informative video presented to you by Yoyo The Entertainer. In this video, we've brought to you a list of African presidents who followed in the footsteps of their fathers. In no particular order, here are the top 8 African presidents who succeeded their fathers. Before we dive into the list, if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Number 8. Muhammad Idris Deby Itno. 37-year-old Muhammad Idris Deby Itno, son of late Deby Idris, president of Chad, is currently the youngest head of state in the African continent, after taking over his father, who died of injuries days ago while battling rebels on the front line. Deby, who had been in power for 30 years, was announced dead on state TV on April 19, 2021, a day after provisional presidential election results put him ahead in the race for a sixth term in office with 79.3% vote. Following Deby's death, the constitution was abolished to form a military council which will take over the interim under the leadership of General Muhammad Kaka, otherwise known as Muhammad Idris Deby Itno, the son of Idris. The government should remain temporary for 18 months until fresh elections are held, and during the time, the 4-star general will be serving as president of the transitional government. Battle-hardened like his father, General Mahmud has played a leading role in the army since 2013, when he was appointed deputy head of the Chadian forces, taking part in anti-terror operations in Mali. He was also in charge of the Presidential Guard 18 months before Chad's general elections and played a big role in securing his father's sixth term. Chad's main opposition parties see army's appointment of President Idris Deby's son as an institutional coup. Number 7. Faure Gnassingbe, President of Togo. Faure Gnassingbe became Togo's president, succeeding his father Etienne Eyandema after the latter's death in February 2005. His father took over power in Togo through a military coup, which helped Gnassingbe to enjoy some privileges during the time as the first son. He graduated with a master's degree in business administration from George Washington University in Washington, USA. And upon returning to Togo, he was appointed as a financial advisor to his father. Later, in what army believed was a growing project to succeed his father, Gnassingbe was appointed Minister of Telecommunication Mines and Equipment. When his father died in February 2005, Gnassingbe was named successor by the military. His appointment was denounced by the international community for violating Togo's 1992 constitution, and Gnassingbe bowed to pressure and stepped down. He agreed a diplomatic election, which he later won, and was installed as president in May 2005. He was re-elected as president in March 2010. Gnassingbe stood again in the February 22, 2020 presidential election, in which he was declared the winner, taking more than 70% of the vote. He has been in Togo's presidency over 16 years, and analysts believe he is coming for another term. Number 6. Joseph Kabila. 49-year-old Joseph Kabila served as president of the Democratic Republic of Congo between January 2001 and January 2019. Before assuming office, Kabila was part of the rebel group led by his father Laurent, that ousted president of then Zaire Mobutu Sese Seko in 1997. When his father took over power, Kabila was sent to China for additional training, and upon returning, he was promoted to the rank of Major General, becoming the head of the country's armed forces. His father, Laurent, was reportedly assassinated by a young member of his presidential guard in January 2001 in front of generals he had fired days before. 10 days later after the assassination, 29-age Kabila was chosen to replace his fallen father. It remains unclear why the decision went that way, but it's believed his father's senior advisors chose him because of his military leadership and his humble character. Later, 200 members of parliament in DRC passed a motion approving Mr. Joseph Kabila as the new president to replace his slain father. Kabila later ruled the country for over 18 years, January 2001 to January 2019. Number 5. Ali Bongo Ondimba, President of Gabon. Born February 1959 in Congo-Brazzaville, Ali Bongo, commonly referred to as the Magician, has been the president of oil-rich Gabon since October 2009. He succeeded his father Omar Bongo, who had ruled the country for nearly 42 years. Before joining politics, Bongo was a musician until he was convinced by his father to join politics. His father groomed him into an ambitious politician, and by 1989 he appointed him the foreign minister. For the time leading to his father's death, Ali Bongo led Gabon's defense military. Following his father's death, Bongo expressed interest in assuming power, even though many saw him as a spoiled child who hardly spoke local languages, given he was raised in France. Despite his hip-hop star appearance, Bongo received support within the PDG party leadership and was fronted as the party represented in the Gabonese presidential elections in 2009. He won the elections marred with irregularities with 42%. His victory was followed by mass protests in the country where many lost lives. Bongo again won his second election in 2016, which again sparked unrest across the country. He has so far ruled Gabon for over a decade. Number 4. Nana Akufu Aro. Nana Akufo is the current president of Ghana. He has been in office since 7 January 2017. Similarly, his father Edward Akufo Aro was one of the founding fathers of Ghana, who engaged in the fight of Ghana's independence and later becoming a Chief Justice 1966 to 1970 and President 1970 to 1972. Before assuming office, Nana Akufo first ran for presidency in 2008 and 2012, but lost on both occasions to John Atta Mills and John Dramani respectively. He pursued his presidential ambitions for the third time in 2016 on the New Patriotic Party, and this time he defeated John Dramani Mahama with 53.85% of his votes. He again secured the second term in office after winning the 2020 general elections with 51.59% votes, defeating John Dramani Mahama. Number 3. Urru Kenyatta. Urru Kenyatta has been the president of Kenya since 2013. His father, Jomo Kenyatta, was similarly in the same position, having served as Kenya's first president from 1964 to his death in 1978. Prior to that, Jomo Kenyatta had served as prime minister between 1963 and 1964. Urru Kenyatta rose in the political scene in 2002 when then-President Arap Moi appointed him cabinet minister for local government. He was later elected as one of 4 vice chairs of KANU. In 2002, Kenyatta stood for Kenya's presidency on KANU's ticket, but due to internal fights in the party, he was defeated by Mwai Kibaki in December 2002. In 2012, under multi-party alliance known as the Jubilee Coalition, Kenyatta contested again for presidency and won the first round of voting held on March 4, 2013 by 50.07% against Raila Odinga, who gathered 43.31%. The court later upheld the election results, but Kenyatta was sworn in as president on April 9, 2013 after Odinga conceded. In September 2017 presidential election, he was re-elected for a second and last term with more than 39.03% of the vote. Number 2. Kama Ian. Seretse Kama Ian was the president of Botswana from 2008 to 2018. Kama Ian also followed the footsteps of his father, Sir Seretse Kama, who was the first president of Botswana from September 1966 to July 1980. Kama Ian took over from Festus Gotembanye Mugi, a Botswana politician who had served as the third president of Botswana from 1998 to 2008. Before presidency, Kama Ian, a pilot by profession, had served as the vice president of the country. Number 1. Navichandra Ramgolam. Navichandra Ramgolam was the Prime Minister of Mauritius from 2005 to 2014 and leader of the Labour Party. He followed footsteps of his father, Sir Wosagu Ramagulum, who served as the Island's first Chief Minister 1961 to 1968, Prime Minister 1968 to 1982, and Governor General 1983 to 1985. Navichandra joined politics as the country's leader of the opposition from 1991 to 1995. He assumed office as Prime Minister for the first time in December 1995, until September 2000, later becoming the leader of the opposition again, from October 2000 to 4 July 2005. On the 5th of July 2005, he became Prime Minister for a second term, after his Alliance Sociale won the general elections. He served again as Prime Minister from 2005 to 2014, when he was defeated afterwards. There you got it. Those are top 8 African presidents who succeeded their fathers. In the comment section below, let us know your thoughts on this topic. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and share with friends. Thanks for watching.